Today I'll be going over how I made a DIY 3-step aider and attached it to a Muddy Pro stick for one sticking. You can obviously transfer these dimensions over to multiple stick method if you climb with multiple sticks. This aider is spaced 15 inches between steps, and I can get it to about 7.5 feet with throwing it as high as I can, and that only allows 24 inches from the ground to the first step, which makes it manageable for most cases. I lower it a little bit in the wintertime when I have all my winter gear on, but in this early season I can get it at least to 7.5 feet for my first move. So stay tuned and I'll show you everything you'll need from dimensions, cut list, and materials. Okay, so let's get started. The materials that you'll need are 14 feet of 1-inch tubular webbing if you're going to be making a 3-step aider with 15-inch spacings, polyester thread in a sewing machine. You could also do this by hand, but it's going to take quite a bit longer. The webbing I will be showing you has an MBS of 4,000 pounds. It costs around 49 cents. You could also use 1-inch heavy nylon webbing that has an MBS of 4,200 pounds. So let's get started on the cut list. The main piece is 102 inches. That's including 3 inches on each side that's sewn onto your stick. Next, you will cut 5 pieces that are 11 inches each. And those will be your step pieces. So they will be 11 inches wide here, like this. 11 inches, and there's 2 of them sewn together, and a little bit better close-up shot for you. So you will sew 6 inches, the middle 6 inches together, leaving 2 flat pieces to sew onto your main 102-inch piece, and these are 2.5 inches here on each side. So after you've cut 5, you'll use 2 for the top step, 2 for the middle, and then on the bottom there is 11-inch piece that just gives the bottom step a little more support and keeps it to stay open more. So the first step, you will measure from this end piece. You won't sew this on until your aider's all done. So measure from this end all the way to here, which is 15.5 inches. So if you count for the 3, that'll be at 15.5 inches, and with the sewn support of 2.5 inches, it'll put your bottom step right here at 15 inches from the bottom of your stick. The second step, you'll start sewing at 30.5 inches. Again, measuring from the very end all the way down here will be 30.5 inches. And then follow the same process, sewing 2.5 inches on this side, 2.5 inches here. Again, make sure your webbing is not twisted at all the way around. Measure the same distance here to here to get you started, and then sew that on. The bottom step, you will start at 45.5 inches and it'll be sewn all the way across the bottom. This gives the bottom step more support and allows the loop to stay open when you're climbing up the tree. And once you're finished there, you feed 3 inches through the bottom of your stick, and then you sew that on both sides, and that is all you have to do. And this aider has worked out really well for me. Super easy, super cheap to do. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I'll get to those as quick as I can. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you like this video. If you want to see our 1-stick method, click up here and see how Luke and I just demonstrate how we 1-stick.